What? These aren't my emails. They're somebody else's. But they have your name on it. All my finances have been public this whole time. And if you don't believe me, you're a conspiracy theorist. Hello out there to all 71 now badass motherfuckers of you guys in this tribe and anybody new that's watching. I appreciate y'all very much. And let's not forget to stick together. We've all been through some fucking bullshit with all this COVID crap going on. And we all have to remember that we're much more alike than we actually are different. But with that being said, let's go hop into the video. Now, things are still very unsettled around COVID-19's origins. It's not really a surprise that so many people have a lack of trust in what the mainstream media is portraying, along with Fauci and co. Given all the things that have happened and kind of like how wishy-washy they've been on the whole situation, plus several other things surrounding vaccines and all of that. I just recently found this out, but over on federalpay.org, it shows you that Fauci is actually the second most paid government official. He even gets paid more than the commander-in-chief. Now, federalpay.org is kind of like a transparency-based website that shows the money that these political officials are making, or government-based officials. So then it's kind of like out in the open, you know, and it's harder for them to hide any sort of black budget sort of money that they're making, or like dirty money. The man is the director of the NIAID, which is a sub-agency of a sub-agency in the Department of Health and in the government. He makes more money than the President of the United States. Why wouldn't the man want to hide any involvement he's had with the sort of gain-of-function research being performed in China at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where it's been said several times to be likely to originated from? I mean, why wouldn't he? He makes over $500,000. $500,000! Fauci has said that all of his financial records have been public this whole time. Wait, then why is the man having a lawsuit filed against him for them not being public? It's kind of suspicious, isn't it? The man who is the CEO of openbooks.com, the company filing the lawsuit against Dr. Fauci, named Adam Andrzejewski, said, "We filed a Freedom Information Act request. We wanted to have a copy of Dr. Fauci's employment contract with all changes, amendments, and modifications to that contract, his conflict of interest statements, and his financial disclosures, his job description, and a copy of any royalties paid to him from pharmaceutical companies." Now today, in the Senate hearing, but we actually had to file a lawsuit for it. Wow, isn't that really fucked up? The fact of the matter that a Freedom of Information Act was filed or requested and they couldn't get it. They had to do a whole lawsuit to get Fauci to comply. Doesn't that kind of say something to you guys at all? Man, he like has to use legal actions to get the man to cooperate. Now, the Fauci household has an accumulative wealth of over $10 million according to these email leaks that have surfaced in the past couple of weeks. That's quite a large sum of money, isn't it? He also has stated that he has gained absolutely nothing from this pandemic in the past year, but he's actually gained $14K. That's totally nothing, right? The man's invested in quite a few companies that are involved with the Communist Party. You could argue that those might potentially be the economic interests he's trying to protect. Why he's been so defensive and just denying that it didn't occur in any other way but natural for the majority of this time span of this whole thing going on. And the fact that he's denying any involvement with gain-of-function research. He's trying to protect his financial assets and interests along with his own individual financial well-being. In May 2020, Fauci told National Geographic that COVID, in quotes, could not have been artificially or deliberately manipulated. Kind of funny that he says this despite the fact of the matter that there's been a lot of medical and biological professionals and experts stating that it's very unlikely to have occurred naturally and more likely to be fabricated in a lab. That the virus itself was likely to have undergone a very intricate genetic mutation in a lab setting. Imagine that. But you know, any of us that speculated that that might be the case, what all those people had said, or like followed logic and reasoning and looked at the virus and how quickly it was evolving, it didn't at all suggest that it was natural by any means. It seemed pretty lab created, or like it was fabricated in one, but you know, we're just conspiracy theorists for that. There's a reason why that if the truth gets out, all of their shit just magically starts crumbling down because they no longer have power over us. You know why? Because we are stronger together than they are. We are the many, they are the few. And the more we realize that, the more empowered we become as human beings and citizens, not even just of the country, of the planet. People don't realize that because they've been taught to be like, oh, we're so insignificant, they have so much power. In actuality, we have more numbers, so therefore we have the power more than they do. We give them all their power. Without us, they are nothing. And the more quickly and sooner that you guys realize that, the better. Now, it's very unlikely for you to return to your normal life when you're complacent with corruption in places of power. Fauci and Francis Collins' email leaks have proved to us that they had to squash any opposing view in order to preserve international harmony or to protect economic interests. Not really hard to imagine why people would heavily debate and question not only the COVID origin story betrayed by the mainstream media / Dr. Fauci, CDC, and company, but also the whole production around the COVID-19 vaccines, especially when the discoverer of the SARS receptor, Mike Farzan, virology expert Bob Gary, and British evolutionary expert Dr. Andrew Rombot, all experts, said that the furin cleavage site, in quotes, was peculiar and suggested gain of function engineering back in February of 2020. Yeah, hard to imagine, isn't it? Why so many people have had such a really hard time trusting the mainstream narrative, the government, plus Dr. Fauci and co. knowing all of this, right? Oh yeah, it's the hardest thing ever. We should totally trust them. 100%, man. Alright, well, that's enough about what I think. What do you guys think? The glorious members of my tribe, the audience, the viewers. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below as to how you feel about the whole email leak and the situation up till now. Now, if you guys did make it to the end of this video, go ahead and leave the word leaked in the comment section down below. So let me know that you guys got to the end of this video and you're part of the 100% club. As usual, please don't forget to, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me whenever you guys do this, and it helps us all to get further up in that YouTube algorithm and to help expose the truth a little bit more. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends, family, etc. That way we can get the word out there more and let people know that it's okay to think independently and to speculate on these things, and that they're not crazy for doing that. With that being said, please, until next time, my dudes, don't forget to, live long and prosper, take care and peace, and keep it 1,000,000% real. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Woo!